This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
And the cars can start getting better adhesion to the Speedway.
Those drivers will be searching for that field to change to give them an indication. Oh, Vinnie Miller in the 41 has come to a stop. Looks like a flat right front tire, and he's kept it off the wall. Fires it back up.
Yeah, fortunately there, Ralph, it doesn't look like he got in the wall, so maybe able to get this car around and get that tire changed, and no harm, no foul, but definitely don't want to go too fast. You don't want that tire to tear apart and start ripping apart those fenders, which are crucial here, or even drag that car too far on the ground.
Yeah, you can see the front of the car already scraping across the pavement. Here comes everybody by. Looks like maybe he stalled it again.
Yeah, he's going to lose a lap here. This is just compounding the issue here for Vinnie Miller. You know, he's going to try and drive to the field as far as he can, and if there is a caution, he'll just deal with it then.
Well, we are definitely late in the afternoon here in Loudon, New Hampshire as well. Track cooling a little bit, not probably too significantly, but that in itself will impact the handling. Maybe some of these cars are starting to come around a little bit.
Definitely. I think, you know, there's just so many variables that have been thrown at these drivers today. As we've mentioned, the tire rubber, the PJ1 track bite, and the setting sun and that track cooling down. I mean, there's no way to really be prepared for all of it. And so what you do is you just try to think about what experience you've had, what you've had throughout the season, these cars and with these tires, and start to think, what do I want my car to be doing at lap 50, lap 60, and eventually to lap 70. And that's what some of these drivers have done right, and some others may have missed it a little bit. And that's just something that is what makes this series so unique. You've got to be able to have a car that can deal with the changing and variable conditions throughout the race with no adjustments.
Well, we certainly seem to have at least 3 grooves of racing here today, too. Drivers have been all over the place as we continue to watch Bassett, Hutchins, and Garcia fighting over 7th.
Yeah, this seems to be one of the best battles on the racetrack, is these 3 all running pretty low, and Ruben trying to get even lower than all the 2 in front of him. But it's just interesting to watch these drivers try and find the lanes that work, and being able to use those different lanes and dime in the corner a little bit. As you see, the 6 is probably the highest there, but now he's going to be one of the lowest on the exit. The 44 was one of the lowest on the entry, but he's the highest on the exit there. That's just what's been awesome about this racetrack this weekend, is we've seen drivers be able to do different things in the corners and find speed.
Good example of it there. You can see all 3 of them in a different lane as they work their way through 1 and 2 as the sun continues to set to the west here of Loudon, New Hampshire.
Yeah, it's getting, you can see that sun's far behind those trees. It's definitely starting to get a lot darker at the racetrack here, and it's something as a driver that can be a lot of fun. Is you start to see different things on the racetrack and start to, you know, not have the same ability to see the things that you saw earlier in practice and such, and so the way you drive the racetrack can change just in the marks that you use around it.
Sheldon Creed in the 40, trying to fight off the advances of Harrison Burton, man who's won more races this year than anybody else.
And think about the family lineage of Harrison Burton here at this racetrack. His dad absolutely dominated a race here one time. He's definitely got some great coaches for this racetrack in his family, and I think that he wants to run well here. He knows how much his dad loved this racetrack, and having his advice has probably been helpful. But in talking to Harrison, it's just been maybe a little bit of a struggle for him this weekend. He hasn't quite felt like he adapted to this racetrack as much as he had liked. You heard the report from Derek that they felt like the race car didn't quite have the straight line speed that they wanted. But that's a good experience for him to come to a place that his family's been successful at, his dad's been successful at, and maybe have a bit of struggle. He's going to come back here better prepared next time.
301 laps I watched his dad lead that day, all the way to victory. Well, if you have anything left, now is when you're really going to need it, because the United Site Service is 70, only has about 10 laps remaining. So if Harrison Burton wants win number 5, he's going to have to hurry up and get around Sheldon Creed's number 40.
He does, and maybe Todd Gillen might have a little something to deal with there. I just saw that the fastest lap was Chase Purdy, who's trying to run him down, but I think this is the point where you are done saving. You're going to put everything to the side here and try to push as hard as you can to get the position in front of you, because at this point, there's no guarantee you're getting a caution, and you're coming down close enough to the end that you need to just try and get every position possible.
Well, and you're going to want all those points, because as we came into the day, Harrison Burton and Todd Gilliland were only separated by, I believe, 22 points, and it looks like Gilliland's going to try to take a bite out of that points lead today.
He will, and this is damage control for Harrison Burton. You know, that knowing that Todd Gilliland's up there leading the race, winning, he's dominating this race. He's had a tougher day here for Harrison, but if he can get himself into the top 3 and just minimize the amount that Todd Gilliland's able to gain on him in the points, that is how you win championships. You take your days like this, and you go out there and just get the best that car can possibly give you, which might not be a win. It might not even be a top 3, but it's a top 5, and that is important to winning championships.
Well, and I think that's where the difference is between the two, but Gilliland's having a great day so far, Derek.
Just walk down to your leader, Todd Gilliland's pit area. Talk to the crew chief, Chris Lawson, ask them, has Todd said anything on the radio? They said no, they just shook their head. He's being real quiet. All we're doing is just giving him the lap count.
Can't imagine why, Ralph.
Yeah, right?
It's an easy Sunday drive for him.
At this point, he's just thinking about which restaurant they're going to celebrate the victory act.
Exactly. Hey, can you guys start pulling up directions there on the iPhone real quick? I'm ready to go here. So they might as well just engrave the trophy at this point. That car has been flawless throughout this race. He's done an excellent job driving it. And I think even if there was a late race caution, he's had the restarts we saw to hold off the rest of the cars. I can't see him giving this one up.
This is going to be a great run for Sheldon Creed, too. As we mentioned, he has not had a lot of experience in this series. You can see that from the yellow rookie stripes on the back of the car. And he's fighting off one of the best in the series right now in Harrison Burton for 4th place. That's a good run.
It's a great run, and sometimes for a young driver, what's funny is you'll go to a place like this, a flat mile oval that you've never probably experienced in your career, this type of racetrack, and suddenly it will click. It will be something that you feel like, you know what, I know how to get around this place, and it makes sense to me. And that might be the case here for Sheldon Creed at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. He seems like he came here and immediately was able to click with this racetrack, understood what it took to go fast here, what he needed over the long run. And that's the kind of thing that really builds confidence in young drivers. When you come to places like this, that you know that if you want to be successful in stock car racing, you're going to have to be good at this type of racetrack. You're going to have to eventually race here in the big leagues, and you come here your first time and are really good at it. It's a great confidence booster.
Well, and Harrison is giving him all he can handle, too. As you watch Creed's hands fighting the wheel coming off of 4, Harrison's been looking inside, looking outside, right up on that bumper, and Sheldon has weathered all of it. Here he comes again, looking outside with 5 to go, cutting back inside on him, and Creed defends it and maintains the lead coming off of 2 for now.
So low, he almost scraped the left side door on the inside wall there. I thought he was going into the apron, but yeah, he's just going to try.
That's tight right there. I thought maybe he was going to get into that left rear corner. Doesn't touch him, and they continue with the laps winding down.
This is great racing. We've seen this out of Harrison throughout this race, just marching his way forward slowly but steadily. And right now he's got this one car in front of him that if he can just get the right runoff or 2, he seems to be a little stronger there, and get inside of Sheldon, get his spotter to stay inside, he may be able to get him and force him out of the groove into turn 3.
Here he comes again, and Sheldon takes the line away.
Didn't quite give him the bumper. There he is. There he's in the bumper a little bit. Moves him out of the way to the inside, Harrison Burton.
Good drag race down to 1. Creed right alongside. Not lifting yet. Gonna run in door to door with him down into turn number 1.
I love those white gloves you see on Harrison Burton. Working the wheels. He got into the entry of the corner. Hard on the brakes. Side by side off 2. Sheldon Creed's doing a great job. Hold him off on the outside.
I'll tell you what, that's some fantastic driving skill from both these young men as they've raced that aggressively, that close, and for the most part, cleanly.
Oh, and he's able to clear him off turn 4. Great pass by Harrison Burton. An excellent battle among these two, and that's really a textbook pass at New Hampshire. Sometimes it takes more than a lap, but when you do get it done, it's like that. Just off the corner, get the throttle down and drive away.
Well, and all that battling for 4th has allowed Todd Gilliland to easily make his way to the white flag in the final lap.
This car has been exceptional. That driver has done an incredible job here today. He really has been the one to beat and never even gave the rest of the field a chance to think they had a shot at him. He has dominated this one.
Todd Gilliland's second win of the year will come in New Hampshire in the United Site Services 70 as he claims the win here today.
Very impressive win by Todd Gilliland, and a statement for the championship there, Ralph. You know, knowing that he's going up against Harrison Burton, who's been able to win more times this season than him, he had to get back in victory lane and say that he wasn't going to let Harrison run away with it, and that's what he did here today.
Let's go down to pit lane. Here's Derek.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, continuing the tradition of excellence.
This is ABC Sports Championship Television.